when the movie opened up, I was contacted by a family who had a son who was 3 years old, and he was at Los Angeles Children's Hospital, and he was getting ready for a bone marrow transplant. And they wanted to know if I would come and visit him. And what he did every single day is he switched his little mask, and he became all the Ninja Turtles. And he was sure that he was going to survive, and he did. And he's now probably 39 years old or 40 years old. And it was really the Ninja Turtles that,
Yeah. So, and this is a movie for 7-year-olds, right? Right.
oh my goodness. Anyone else? Share?
Well, I mean, this movie was, first of all, there was the comic book, and then there was the cartoon. But Ninja Turtles weren't necessarily really well known at the time. So when Golden Harvest, who had the rights to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie franchise, they were known basically for the Bruce Lee movies, etc., the Hong Kong kind of karate-style movies. And so they came to the United States looking for a domestic partner. So they went to like Universal and Disney and 20th Century Fox and Paramount and Warner Brothers and all the main studios, and all they heard was, no, pass, hard pass, don't want to do this thing called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. So there was this small little independent, at the time, studio that was known for the Freddy movies, you know, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. It's called New Line Cinema. And they said, well, we'll take a chance with it. But before anything, anybody associated with Turtles basically got, as Judith says, a hard no. So it was always an uphill battle trying to get this movie made, for one. And so
We showed them.
Yeah. And also, I don't know, are any of the Lord of the Rings guys in the room tonight? No, they're not. You know, they. There you go. Good, Elijah Wood's here. I just want to say that those guys should all be paying us a little stipend every month because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie's success led to the funding of Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
So if they're gonna get all, you know, if you guys are out there and they say anything negative about our movie, I want you to. You know what? No, I think they are. I think Sean Astin is a very petty and sad man who is looking for reasons to denigrate other people's art.
Oh God, I wish he was here.
And so this New Line Cinema, they filmed the Ninja Turtles, and the first weekend that it debuted, it became the most successful weekend opening of any independent film in the history of film. Wow! And by the end of the run, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie became the most successful independent film in the history of film.
Until Blair Witch.
No, that was My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
What?
which was years later.
It wasn't.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
You know why you thought that is because the Blair Witch, because it cost so little, the return was, exponentially greater. That's what the distinction is for that.
Oh.
This has turned into like a film study podcast.
I think what Robbie said about this was a movie for 7-year-old kids, I kind of, it's true because the magic of the movie is that you've all grown up and it stayed with you, and that's why here you are.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Because this movie is something, there's a certain age where when you see the first the movie, it sort of gets imprinted on you and it just stays with you for whatever reason. And I have a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh man, you scared the shit out of me."
Here's a question though. There have been a lot of movies for kids that have come out since 1990. What is it about this one that 36 years later, all of this is going on? Right? I love Spy Kids, but I don't see a Spy Kids panel going on.
I actually kind of have a little disagreement. I don't know if it was necessarily made for 7-year-old kids.
Agree.
it really, I think, with Steve Barron, who was our director on the first one, he had kind of kept the shooting similar to, or more in line with the way that Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, the creators of Ninja Turtles, had envisioned. It was a darker, just a darker movie. It wasn't a light, kid-friendly thing. And so I think that added to the fact that it became so successful because even adults enjoyed it. So the adults came, they were happy to bring the kids who came, but this is what made it so interesting. Is it became the most successful independent film in history, and it was primarily because of the kids who were paying half price, by the way, coming back over and over and over and over again. And maybe some of you here were one of those kids who kept coming back, paying half price to make Ninja Turtles what it was.
Yeah, so that means for a movie, go ahead. Yeah, so the movie made 150 or 100, over 100 million, the first one. Really, if it was all adult tickets, it would have been, I mean, now we're into Empire Strikes Back numbers, you know, at the time.
Yeah, that was $1990. So that was
Yowza. So, folks, I love this question because, well, first of all, I created it, but second of all, I want to know. It's because I took a quiz on the internet, which I found out which turtle I'm most like. And I'm wondering, so I'm most like Donatello, is what the internet told me.
Donnie.
So,
The smart one out of the crowd.
so I'm wondering if A, you've ever taken an internet quiz to find out which turtle you are actually most like.
I don't have to, I'm Raph. I'm Raph.
Yeah, or if you just think, even if you are not obviously a turtle in the movie, which you most identify personality with. So you're gonna, I'll go right down the line. Okay, great, we got Rob.
Raph. I said I'm Raph, 100%. Technology.
Can I identify with a rat?
I know his name.
Mustard.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started, especially when I got this job as Raph, I was most like Raph, because I'm knocking down doors to get this job and doing all kinds of stuff. And then as time went on and I've gotten older, a big part of my life is Eastern studies and martial arts and all that. So I think I'm more like Leo now and Splinter.
They learn more about your experience in Ninja Turtles.
If you wanted to learn more, Judith, you could read
I
the book,
do.
Teenage Ninja, the Mutant Turtle, Becoming the Real Raphael.
It's really a very interesting story because when you hear can-do people who really have a goal in their life, what I love about this book, and I also recommend it in Audible, because then he reads it, it's really like if you want to know how to break into something, read his book because he will tell you how to break it onto a film set and then end up as one of the lead turtles.
I was a kid in North Carolina with a dream to be in the movies, so I disguised myself as a pizza delivery guy and I snuck into the movie studio. And by sneaking into the movie studio, I met people that were in charge of casting. They figured out that I was into martial arts, so they gave me an audition. I auditioned for Ninja Turtles. I originally got hired to be one of the foot soldiers. So if you know the scene in the movie where all the foot soldiers...
We'll just read the book, Jesus.
I'm the fellow chucker, the foot soldier, and then in the scene where Raphael is in Central Park with Casey Jones, the guy that was Raphael broke his nose. So I became Raphael from that point forward, and everything changed. So I wrote a book about how I got into that part, how I got there, and then behind the scenes of making the film. So if you want one, they're great stories about making the movies. These stories aren't available anywhere else. They're only $10 on Amazon. We have them at the table, but they're a lot more expensive because I sign them. But check it out if you want. But I'm most like Leo.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm writing a book as well. Guess who's the star of it? Ken Scott.
I mean, it's really funny, speaking of his book, when I was reading it, it really is like seeing a movie. I mean, it's really funny. You really understand who Ken is trying to get in, and the story actually is like, I can see it as a movie in and of itself. But it was actually Ken. Okay, I identify with close. I identify with Mikey. It's Mikey, yeah.
Brian is so much like Mikey.
He is Michelangelo.
So
Hey,
you
Mikey.
are Michelangelo?
I'm Leonardo.
So?
There's my answer right there, because I have a hard time just remembering who's.
Yeah.
So I don't know
You get a certain age.
what their, yeah. I don't know what their qualities are that I would identify with. 'Cause I'm not sure who they are.
Hygiene. Good hygiene.
Donatello's the smart one.
Okay, I identify with Donatello. That's good, right?
Leonardo's the leader of the turtles.
Raph is the hothead.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we got it. Okay, great. Fans, do you agree with all of these assessments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mikey.
Yeah.
He said his own, but
Yeah.
I say that.
yeah. I wasn't gonna question it. I wasn't.
Should I say another thing?
Right now, at all.
The right answer is the shredder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, talk about that. First of all, I want to talk about like stepping into that role, putting on that badass suit. Did you look at yourself and you're like, damn right? Like, what was it? What was it? Like when you get to put on a villain's awesome outfit.
I didn't need that suit. No, it was it was a lot of fun. Honestly, it was like, oh man, I got a job in a movie. All right, that's great. I'm going off to North Carolina on location. That's great. That was my first impression of becoming the shredder. And when I got to the set and started working, it was great. It was just a lot of fun.
Was it hard to stay like a badass working with a bunch of goofs, essentially, or just because it seems like it was a fun set, but you had to be like so angry.
You were born a badass.
It was not intentionally, but I never associated with anybody on the set. Not because I thought it was any kind of method acting kind of thing. I just I'm pretty shy when it comes to going on set, so I kind of keep to myself.
We love him and we pulled him out of his shell.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think everybody here can admit, getting like an acting job, the first day you show up on the set and you get into wardrobe, is there not like a little moment of, man, I used to do this when I was 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I'm a grown up and I still get to do this, like I get to play pretend. And somebody wants to like hire me for that. Most people they get hired to pretend to be responsible adults.
It's good to be an actor.
It is. It's fun doing movies. I'm telling you guys, it's fun. It's a fun job.
Very fun job. What about getting fitted for the folks that got to wear the turtle suits? Like putting those on. I mean, hello. You feel cool, or did you really uncomfortable?
Yes, very. No, the first thing that I did when I got hired on was to fly out to the Jim Henson Creature Shop in London, and they did a full body cast, which basically means you're covered in like head to toe, like a cast, and you have like your 2 nostrils to breathe out. So it was pretty crazy. But yeah, it was definitely very hot.
So Ernie, when they do the cast, are you like completely naked under them? I'm serious. I'm asking for a friend. No, they make you wear underwear though. There's not like a cast of full Ernie out there at the creature
Wait,
shop.
what?
It's a family show.
Can we all get cast?
Amazing. So, fans, we're able to go to some of your questions in a moment. So, if you want to line up on either mic, but while y'all do that, my question is, can getting to do the fighting styles in each of the turtles, basically have their very own unique fighting styles. Did the
Well,
weapons sort of
是非。
add to that? Did your own personality